Hi, Rachel here. This is going to be a re-recording of a live video that I did earlier. Unfortunately, when I was trimming the video, I deleted the video, so I am going to re-record its content now. Of course, it will be a little different than earlier, and hopefully no thunderstorm this time. So those of you who watched along live, I appreciate it, and I also appreciate that you liked the video while we were live. So this is the first episode of Whole Health and Clarity. This will be a video series I will bring to you over the next few weeks that will hopefully give you some content that you can think about or implement into your life that if it resonates with you. So why whole health and clarity? So whole health means to me, whole health. I'm a certified health coach and I also have a PhD in neuropsychology. So the way I look at health is in a holistic way. We are complicated beings. We have a mind, we have a body, we have a soul. And those three things interact with each other. So when we're looking to make changes in our health or to be healthier, we have to look at the system as a whole, not just what's going on with our body, but also what's going on in our mind and how does that connect to our soul, our spirit. How do we feel about our body and our health? So that's what whole health means to me, looking at it in a holistic way. And what is the clarity part? So the clarity part for me is that we live in a busy world. We're being bombarded all the time with emails and, social media, hello, and advertisements, I find the advertisements, they're yelling at you. And so this constant bombardment of information takes its toll on us, right? We feel kind of agitated. We can feel rushed. And then we've got all of our family life and work life on top of all of that. So clarity is really creating space. It's about taking a step back, looking at your health and really understanding what's going on and then implementing changes. So it's really becoming clear, really becoming intentional about health. And that's really what I have been doing for myself for the last few years. So if we look at the body is a mirror of all of our inner thoughts, all of our beliefs. It's what we've created to this point. So everything that's happened before us, all of these things that have happened in our life when we look at our body now, we are the creation of all of our thoughts and beliefs that we've had up until this point. So when I started to think about my own weight, so I started dieting at the age of 13, and I went on multiple diets. I never really could get to where I wanted to be. And I would always gain weight again. And that was because it wasn't so much about the food or the exercise. It was also a whole lot of other things that were going on. Looking at it in a holistic way. So one of the things I always say to my clients is that oftentimes one of the things that they come to me about is losing weight. So I often say to them, it's really not all about the food and the exercise. It's also about our thoughts. Losing weight isn't always about the food because a lot of people get hung up on the food. And when they're trying to lose weight, they restrict their food, they exercise more, and they still are frustrated and can't lose weight. And so oftentimes it's about more than just that. So in thinking about our bodies and them being mirrors of all our thoughts and beliefs, it's something that I researched this week was about the default mode network. The default mode network is a series of connectors in our brain that all work together, and they are a thought pattern that we have. And one of the things that does is it kind of puts us on autopilot and takes over. So an example of that is when you're going to work and you are driving, you get in your car, you go to work, it's a route that you've done multiple times. So your brain switches you off and puts you into a default mode. And oftentimes you get to work and you're like, I don't even remember how I got here. That is your default mode network taking over. Now, because unfortunately a lot of the thoughts that we have every day are negative, when the default mode network takes over, a lot of the thoughts that we're getting are negative thoughts, and we ruminate, go over and over those thoughts. It could be something that we're thinking about coming up. It could be something from the past that we're thinking about. And all of those thoughts, as we think about them, if they're negative, they can cause uneasy feelings in our body. And if we keep doing this, obviously those uneasy feelings can lead to disease. So when I think about this in my own life, I have lost over 100 pounds, but it's very hard to get the last few pounds off, right? So I go out there, I exercise, I get my steps in, and I burn all those calories. And then I eat calories to a certain amount, but it's always less than what I'm burning. So in the beginning, when I was almost 300 pounds, the weight was coming off very easy. But then as I got smaller and smaller, the weight wasn't coming off. So recently, I've been looking at this as to why this could be an issue, and really analyzing what could be going on with my thoughts rather than just what it is that I eat and what it is that I exercise. So when I look at that, I can think about, what does weight provide for me? Perhaps my weight provides for me a protection. Perhaps in the past I had some things happen to me that I felt like I needed to be protected from. Well, now I feel safe. I don't feel like I'm going to be attacked or anything negative is going to happen to me. So I don't need that protection anymore. So my thoughts have to change to say, hey, instead of feeling like we're going to be attacked, like we're going to have something happen to us and we need to keep that weight on for protection, now I can say is, hey, I feel safe. I feel good. I can let go of those extra pounds and really start to make the changes in my thoughts that can help my body to release that. It's not always easy as we look at what's going on. Sometimes we can't think of why we are struggling with a particular health issue. And other times we really have to sit back and take time to look at what might be going on before we can really analyze what it is that's going on with our health. But if we want to make changes, we have to change the way we look at things, right? So that's how I started my health journey. I said, well, I'm not going to go about losing weight. I want to get healthy. And that's what started me. What can I do to be healthy? So if you are struggling with something right now, perhaps it's about taking a step back and really looking at what is going on. Try and get some clarity on that. Again, it's very difficult to do those kind of things, and it may not come at once, but keep at it. Your health is at stake. So with that, I want to leave you and have a beautiful weekend. Go out, enjoy your weekend, do something fun, and most of all, keep thinking about your health.